This is May 2015, Standard Level Paper 2, Time Zone 1, question number 2. And it's a question about binomial expansion. Consider the expansion of 2x plus 3 to the power of 8. And part A, for 1 mark, says write down the number of terms in this expansion. When a question says write down, that should mean that should trigger an IB response, a Pavlov's dog sort of response, that you don't need to do any strenuous calculation. You should just be able to write the answer down. Because it's to the power of 8, that means that the highest power of x will be to the power of 8. And the lowest power of x will be when there's no x's at all, when it's just the 3's being multiplied together. So you get an x to the 8, an x to the 7, an x to the 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and as well as those 8 terms, you get a 0 term. So you get some number, I wouldn't expect you to write this down, something with an x, something with an x squared, something with an x cubed, x to the 4. And I hope you can see that that means that there's going to be 9 terms, not 8 terms, which is the mistake that people might make. Because as well as these 8 terms with the x's, there's the one with no x's involved. So the answer that you should be able to write down for part A is that there are 9 terms. Part B is a little bit more work. So we've got 2x plus 3 to the 8, and we want to just find the x cubed term. So I'm going to write ... to represent the fact that I'm missing out a lot of any of the other terms apart from the x cubed term. Now, your formula booklet gives you the following formula. It says a plus b to the n is equal to a to the n. That's the first term. It tells you the last term is b to the n, and then it does the same ... thing and gives you a general term for the middle, for the rth term. So it's n choose r, whether you want the first term or the second or the third, a to the n minus r times b to the power of r. So we have to choose a value of n and a value of r to match our situation, remembering we're trying to get the x cubed term. If we think about our 2x as matching with a, that means to get x cubed we need this number here to be 3. And understanding that our n must be 8. Which means in this case, if n is going to be 8, r needs to be 5 to give us our x cubed term. So, substituting that in, we get n choose r, 8 choose 5, although 8 choose 3 would work as well. Same thing. 8 choose 5 and 8 choose 3 are the same thing. Then instead of a to the n minus r, I've got 2x cubed. And instead of b to the r, I've got 3 to the 5. I'll just make that a little bit clearer. That the a in this case is the 2x, and the b in this case is the 3. So now it's just a case of evaluating that. Your calculator will do 8 choose 5 for you. You'll find it in the math menu under probability. 8 choose 5 is 56. 2x cubed, well, 2 cubed is 8, x cubed is x cubed, and 3 to the 5, again, get your calculator to tell you that that is 243. And then we're just going to evaluate 56 times 8 times 243 is 108,864 x cubed. And I'm just going to check, because sometimes these questions ask for the term and sometimes they ask for the coefficient, and I want to make sure that I give them what they want. It says the term, so the term includes the x cubed. If they'd asked for the coefficient, then I wouldn't include the x cubed. I would just give them the number that goes in front. And there is an accuracy mark often for making sure you give the correct answer. But in this case, it's the full term they want, including the x cubed. So